What up, everybody? This is your boy, Goose from Strength, aka Jeff Rosaki, back on another video. So, anyways, guys, I want to tell you a story about me in high school, freshman year. Yay! So, my freshman year in high school, was just moved to Florida from Chicago, Illinois. So I didn't really know nobody. But at the end of my first week, I was friends with 25 people, and by the end of the month, I was friends with 300 people. And by the end of the school year, I was friends with almost every person in the school. Okay, I became really popular really fast. That being said, my favorite class at the time I had two. Actually, I had three. One I had was English, which I had with a woman named Mrs. English. Actually, Mrs. Smoller or whatever crafty woman's name was. I don't remember. Then I had another one with a English one, by the way. Then I had Earth Space Science with a guy named Mr. Akins, who today, I swear to God, looks and sounds like Eddie fucking Murphy. And I was a huge Eddie Murphy fan at the time. My favorite movie Eddie Murphy at the time was Haunted Mansion. And he sounds just like Eddie Murphy. He acted just like Eddie Murphy. He was also the coolest science teacher I've ever had to this day, one of the coolest, because on his birthday we watched nothing but movies and all that type of stuff, and he was a cool guy. We actually watched movies in class for science, which is pretty cool. I remember we watched the movie about a volcano erupting. I forgot that one. We watched The Day After Tomorrow and a bunch of other films. And then finally we had one called it was like a life skills class, something like that, and it was taught by a woman named Mrs. Torres. Anyways, the story I'm gonna tell you is about something that happened in my English class that later went into my 6th period class with Mrs. Torres later on in the week. What happened was, there was this kid, guy, I'm not gonna go name him, I'm gonna call him C, his name starts with C. Whoever it is, if you watch my videos, you know who you are, okay? He had caused ruckus with another student in our class, known mainly by touching this other student, who I am good friends with to this day. She's a very cute, cool girl, and would harass her in some way, and then one day when we were taking a test in the computer room, I don't know what the test was for exactly. I think it was like some form of standardized test. I don't remember what it was for. He had finished his test early, and our teacher gave us two. Either you could sit down and read, or play on the computer quietly. He couldn't play on the computer, and he didn't have anything to read. So he just basically rolled around the room with a swivel chair, everything the entire time, until at one point she had claimed that she had touched the back of her hair, the teacher's hair, okay, which can be considered sexual harassment in our school, which I didn't know students could be charged with sexual harassment as a thing, but so yeah, she got charged. C got charged with sexual harassment. Now again, I was still taking my test at the time. So all I heard was "Did you just fucking touch my hair?" the teacher said. And I immediately turned like, what the fuck's going on here? It was dead silent for like 15 minutes before that moment after we finished the test. And then she said, "Did you just fucking touch my hair?" And he is like on the fence. "No, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I never touched nothing." And he's like, "Ugh." And I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "What?" So that thing goes down, and like, so skip ahead to like 3 days later, and so the way my high school worked was there's two different periods or different sections of classes. So you had a day one, which you did all your I classes. You did your period one. You had your class. You had your period one, your period 3, your period 5, and your period 7. You had your period, and then on day 2, you had all your evening class, all your even periods. You had your period 2, your period 4, your period 5, because then you have, depending on what you have, you always have period 5 because that's the one you have lunch at usually. Also, your period 5 class decides whether you have what lunch you have. If you have it in one, I think if you had it in the 2000 building or lower, or over in that area, you had it at A or B, which means you ate lunch last. If you had A lunch, you had certain times, something like that. I don't know. Anyways, so, and there was a day 2, which means I go to 2, 4, 5, and 6. And 6th period was Ms. Torres, as you know. 7th period, if you want to know, was math, and I actually got out of math I didn't get out. After my junior year, I got a 7th period for free. I got my 7th period. Instead of having a 7th period, I chose a free period, which means either you can do in my school, you can do 2 or 1 things. Actually, you can only do one thing. You have to leave the campus, or 1, you could help the teacher out sometimes. Yeah, I chose to stay at school, or stay after stay at school or some more shit, or leave after my dad picked me up. Didn't have my license at the time yet. Yeah, I was weird. Okay. Anyway, so back to those days. So compared to day 2, it's 6th period. It's like class has begun maybe not even 15 minutes or 30 minutes in, and there's a knock at our teacher's door, and the teacher comes and opens it up, and he says, the police officers that we have at our school has 3 police, has 2 police officers until my senior year, then we got 4 police officers, because we had gotten a bomb threat and all that sort of stuff, and some shit was going down at the school, so we had split up on security. Oh, shit. So I got called into, and the guy who I knew, who was a nice cop. He was an African-American gentleman, but he was a nice cop. I knew him. I talked to him sometimes in the morning when he was off, when he wasn't really, like, when all that shit didn't go down. He was a nice guy. I knew his partner, too. They were nice. His partner would always say hi to me in the halls, which was the nicest person I've ever met. Pretty much one of the nicest police officers I've ever met was his partner and him. He was a nice guy. So he asked, is Joshua Wysocki in this class? And they're like, yes. My teacher's like, yeah, he is. So can I please speak to him? And I'm in a room with all ghetto African-American kids. They're like, ooh, you're in trouble. I'm like, yeah, no I'm not. I didn't do shit. So, like, shut up. Yeah, I didn't do shit. So, like, they're like, I get pulled out of the room. Not forcefully, but I get pulled out. And he asked, I came here to ask you what happened last 3 days ago while you were taking this test. I said, I'm going to tell you, officer, whatever your name was again. I forgot his name. I knew him on a first name basis. I'm like, I'm going to tell you right now, I won't be any help for you during this situation because I wasn't really paying attention. I was taking the test. I was still, like, not even halfway done with the test. And all of a sudden, I hear my teacher said name, and say, you touched my hair. And I immediately, like every other student who was taking the test, turned back to see what the fuck was going on. You know? And that was basically what happened. I came back, and then he's like, thank you for telling me. So I asked him, may I head back into class? And he said, go right ahead. So I head right back into class, and all my friends, all the guys were like, oh my god, you're not in trouble? No, I'm not in trouble, you assholes. It wasn't like that, you dumbasses. I'm like, they're like, well, why not? Because I didn't do nothing. Shit. And I got real legit. I cannot stand when people do that, like, oh, you're in trouble. Just because the police officer wants to talk to you does not make you in trouble, buddy. Okay? And, no, that's also where I have one of my best friends in high school in my class, Hugh Falconer. That was one of the coolest guys I've ever met. One of my best friends as well. So, but yeah, that's where I hanged out with him in class. Like and subscribe, guys. I will see you in the next video, which would probably be about another story time, maybe, and it won't probably tomorrow, or not tomorrow, then Sunday. Like and subscribe, guys, and I will see you in the next video.